You gotta keep on breathing if you wanna make sense of it all. We will not fall.
Taking a nice comfortable seat. And you can sit cross-legged if you like, or in butterfly, or maybe the legs out to the side or in front of you, but try and be a little bit more symmetrical. So you can sit on a block, you can sit against a wall, and just bring the hands to the knees with the palms face up. Allow the fingers to just wiggle and relax into the palm of your hand here as you let the elbows release down and let the shoulders drop down the back. Sit nice and tall, try not to flare through the rib cage. Draw the rib cage back and down, and then sit nice and tall through the spine. And you can always take a soft gaze, just gazing down at a single point of focus or closing the eyes. And taking a few deep breaths in and out through the nostrils. Allowing yourself time to settle. Settle the mind, settle the body as you come to your mat today. And letting go of thoughts that may be pulling you away, distracting your thoughts. Be present in this moment. And if you ever find your mind is wandering, just return back to your breathing. Or draw inwards and come to how everything feels for you. The sensations, the experiences, throughout practice, throughout postures. In our practice today, we're going to be working through the sides of the body, the right and the left. So to really trying to balance out both sides equally. So just take a moment now to feel the sides of your body. Feel them both together as you breathe in. And try to release tightness and tension in the sides of the body. That is the sides of the head, the neck, sides of the rib cage, the waist, the hips, and the legs. And then just bringing the fingers up to your third eye, the Ajna chakra. Just placing the two forefingers, so the forefinger and the middle finger in the center of the brow, nice and lightly. And then just try to space out that furrowing a little bit. So you can just draw the fingers out towards the eyebrows as you feel that connection. And breathe in through both nostrils up towards your fingers as you draw the fingertips out to the sides of your forehead. Just a couple more here, nice and slowly slide out the fingers. And then just rest the fingers in the middle. We're going to take 5 breaths on the left hand nostril by itself. So closing off the right nostril with the thumb. Breathing in through the left. Bring that focus all the way to those 2 fingers. And then breathe out on the left. So 4 more, breathing in. And breathing out. Try to lengthen the breath as much as you can. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And last one on the left. Breathing in. And breathing out. Just release the hand down. Breathe normally through both nostrils for a moment. And we're going to repeat that on the right side. So we still use the same hand. So bringing up the fingers back up into the third eye. And this time the ring finger closes off the left nostril. So breathing in through the right. And breathing out. Slow and steady, equal breath in to out. Breathing in, third breath. Breathing out. Breath in. Breath out. Last one, breath in on the right. And breath out. Release the hand down, take a few breaths normally, breathing in and out of the nostrils. Just notice if you felt different on the right to the left or the left to the right. And this time we do 5 complete rounds of full Nadi Shodhana. So breathing in on the left, out on the right, breathing in on the right, out on the left. And I want you to find your own rhythm of breath here. So I'm not going to count the breath. So breathing in through both. Breathe out through both, and then closing off the right and starting your full cycle. So in on the left, out on the right, in on the right, out on the left. Once you have completed your 5 rounds, just releasing the hand down and breathing normally through both nostrils. We all breathe at a different pace. We all have a different length of breath. And gently turn the palms up as you just lift the knees together and give yourself a nice gentle hug over the thighs. Relax the head. Draw the shoulder blades down. Feel breath through the entire spine. And then if you are sitting cross-legged, take the opposite leg in front this time. And if you were in butterfly, just return to butterfly. So let's start with our side body stretches, and that starts with the neck. So just lengthening through the neck, dropping the ear over to the shoulder. So try not to lift the shoulder, try not to turn the head, try to keep the head facing forward, and you can always intensify this stretch by raising up the hand and adding an extra bit of weight, and you can release this hand over to the side so you feel a deeper stretch going through the side of the neck. Breathe normally through both nostrils. Slowing and steadying the breath. Breathing into tight areas of that left side of the neck. Always finding where there may be challenge for you. Always working towards your edge. Holding for just a few more breaths here. And if you took the option of the hand, adding that extra weight, release the hand and then you use that hand to lift the head up rather than use the muscles to bring the head back into center. Okay, taking it to the other side. So dropping ear down, try not to lift this shoulder up. You can always reach those fingers away, and then intensifying that stretch by using the hand as extra weight. Keeping the head lurking forward, not dipping the chin or raising the chin too much. Breathe into the side of your neck. And a few more breaths. And if you took the option of the hand, just release the hand and then gently lift the head back into center. And just take a moment to sit with the head level. Notice any differences in the side of your neck. And then gently drop the chin towards the chest and just release through the back of the neck. And then just gently drop the ear to the shoulder, semicircles here. Try to just mobilize through the head and the neck. The shoulders don't move, the body doesn't move, the chin raises. You don't have to go all the way around, you can just do ear to shoulder and bring back into center. And then let's release our feet into wide leg. And either having a bolster or a block to the side of you. So it doesn't have to be wide, it can be as wide as you wish to go. This time we're going to do a nice side stretch into the rib cage. So having the block by the side of you, you can rest the elbow and on any of those levels of the block, or you might wish to use a bolster. And so coming down onto the block, try to anchor through both sit bones here, create a little bit of lift into the side body. And again, you don't have to, but if you wish to, you can always add that arm over the top of the head. Try to keep that arm connected to the head rather than keep the arm floating in the air. So really ground through that hip on the other side, both sit bones grounded. And breathe through the rib cage here. Try to relax through the legs. Let all tension release. Good. If you don't need the block, you can always take that away and the arm may just come down to the mat. I always give you all of the options. Really use the breath to breathe through the side of your rib cage, side of your waist, all the way from the hip up to the armpit. A few more breaths. And release that hand if you chose to take that option. And just place the palm down and press yourself back up. Use the hand rather than use the muscles of the body. Lift the knees. Bring the legs in towards the center. And then hands come back behind you. And just windscreen wiper those out. And just feel the side body stretch here. From ankle down the side of your leg, down the side of your body. And take that wide leg once more. So block or bolster comes to the other side. Again, finding what height works for you. Maybe starting off on a higher level. And then releasing the arm down. Keep nice and open through the rib cage so we're not rolling the rib cage or the shoulders forward. And you can always keep that hand down, or you can choose to take the hand over. Rest the hand on top of the head so that it's not floating in the air. And then open through the rib cage, maybe closing the eyes, drawing in. And just always being aware of your breath. Breathing in and out of equal length. Always aware of your physical sensations, what may be coming up for you and how the body might be tensing in any places. So just relaxing, letting the body weight drop yourself over. A few more breaths. And releasing that top hand, flipping the palm over and pressing yourself back up into center. Gently lift the knees back in towards one another again. Hands come back behind you and just windscreen wiper the knees out to the sides. This time we come into half butterfly. So just releasing the left leg out. And the right leg can come into the thigh or maybe to the calf. Try to avoid pressing it against the kneecap. So I'm going to take it to the calf. So just sit nice and comfortably here, and then we're going to start to fold over the leg here. And you can use a block if you wish to, one or two. So you can place the head on the block if that works for you. Or you might wish to just allow the head and the neck to release down towards the knee. Try to relax through the bent knee. Let the hip release through the joint. Relax through the chest and the shoulders. Let the head be heavy. Let the neck relax. Each breath out, letting go a little bit deeper. And just a few more breaths here. And using the hands, keep the chin towards the chest, just lightly roll up through the spine. Bring yourself into upright, and then we're going to come into a side plank with the knee supporting you underneath. So bringing yourself up onto the knee. If you're on a hard surface, probably just pad that out. The other foot is stretched along the mat, and then lifting up the top arm. If you don't quite meet the mat, you can always place a block underneath that hand, but just stretching through the side body, maybe turning the gaze up towards that raised hand, reaching the fingers. And if you wish to, always just an option to extend that arm over the top of the head. Big, nice stretch, lovely. Reach the fingertips away. Ground through that lengthened leg and foot. We're not here for 3 minutes, don't worry. It's just a recovery stretch. And then bring yourself back into center and change sides for half butterfly. So relaxing through that leg, choosing either the foot comes to the thigh or foot comes to the calf. And then getting the shoulders nice and square towards that leg and relaxing the body over, letting the head release down towards the knee. Allow the head to relax, allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears. Breathe through the sides of your body and the back. And taking note of any differences from the right to the left. Just a few more breaths here. Gently walking the hands back, keeping the head low until the last possible moment when the spine is nice and straight. Then you can lift the chin and just bring yourself upright. And then again, coming into that variation of side plank, so coming up onto the knee, and again using that block if the hand doesn't quite meet the mat, but pressing into the foot and then lifting that top arm either up to the sky or reaching it over the head. So long line all the way from the wrist down to the ankle, stretching the side body here. Good. And then gently bringing yourself back and bringing the hands down, swaying out the hips right to left. And then introduce the head and the neck if you feel comfortable. So hips go to the right, head looks back to the left, and hips go to the left, and head goes to the right. A few rounds of cat and cow, inhaling to look forward, exhaling, curling into cat. And then last time into your cat, pressing away from the mat through the tops of the feet and the palms, releasing back into a wide leg. Child's pose, toes come together. Maybe the hands come underneath the head here or on a block. And release the hips, release the legs, release the spine, release the head. Walking the hands out in front of you and over to the right side. You can use a block to support the head. This is a twisted child's pose, so maybe you bring the knees together a little bit, but we're going to get the belly all the way over that right thigh. So you're going to be bringing the fingertips over to the right side of your mat, stretching through that left side of your body. We want to try to really draw the left buttock back down towards the left heel. Get the belly clear from the thigh. Breathe out and relax the palms. If the head isn't quite meeting the mat, remember, fill the space between you and the earth with a block or a blanket. Stretching through the entire side body from the little finger all the way back to the hip. Just a few more breaths here. Exhaling, drawing left buttock to left heel. And slowly lifting the head, walking the fingers back in towards the center and just return back into child's pose. Maybe bringing the hands back towards the head, swaying out if you need to, before going to the other side for twisted child's pose. So again, using that block to support the head if you need. Getting the belly free from that left thigh, reaching the fingertips forward, and then dropping the palms down, relaxing through the chest and the shoulders. This time we're drawing the right buttock down towards the right heel, getting that deep stretch down the right side of the body. When we work with the sides of the body, we work with the liver and the gallbladder meridians. So breathing deep into the organs. And just a few more breaths here. And start to lift the head, move the hands back into the center. And just sway out, make a wide leg here. And release the chest down a little bit through the thighs. And then take your time to come onto your backs, so you can just slide the arm underneath you and then draw the knees in towards the chest. Roll and massage out. Now we were on our knees for quite a while there, so remembering that if you need to, you can circle through the ankles and the toes if they were feeling a little bit tight and compressed underneath you. You might wish to place the hands underneath the calves so that it gives the knees a little bit of breathing room. This time we come into our IT band stretch. So that's taking a block if you need to, and dropping the right knee over to the right side of your mat, and the left foot comes over. Now that can place on a block, or you can leverage it by the thigh. So we want to be pressing that knee away from us. And if that's really particularly tight down the IT band, the allotial band runs from the top of the hip all the way down to the side of the knee, you can just lie here and just start to work with that stretch there. Or you can open up the arms out to the side. And again, always an option is you can take the left hand to the right foot and have that catching the foot with the hand. So this may be a challenge for you, so find where the challenge is, work what modification you need to get the best of the posture for you. Might always not be a favorite, and work out why it's not a favorite and make it comfortable. That's the important thing about having these most and least favorite postures. Releasing tension each time you breathe out. Try to keep grounding through that left foot. Nice and slowly releasing that top leg and just opening yourself out into a Shavasana. Bring the hips and the spine back into the center of your mat. Arms out to the side. Relax through the legs and the feet. And gently draw the knees back in towards the chest. Roll and massage out through the sides of your body here. If you can get a little bit of massage into the side of the ribs and the waist. And then taking that IT band stretch over to the other side. So bending into the left knee. And then taking the foot over. Again, that block helps if you place the foot onto the block, but the closer that heel is towards your left hip, the deeper that posture is going to be. So the further that heel away is, less compression into the knee and into inner groin. Particularly, you might be finding something going on in the outer side of your buttock and hip. Ground through that foot, and again, your option is to take hold of that underneath foot. So right hand takes left foot, or the arms can be out to the side. We want to try and press that knee away from us and open up into a twist. Slow and steady breaths, always remembering that exhale. Let go of tightness and tension as much as you feel that you are holding. You definitely do not have to hold on to that underneath foot. You can always let it release. Just a few more breaths. This is one of our more challenging postures through the practice today. We've got a few more to come. And gently release the hand. If you took hold of that foot, extend that underneath leg and just bring yourself back into that Shavasana to recover. And then gently draw the knees in towards the chest, roll and massage out. See if you can massage into the sides of your body, the waist, the rib cage and the shoulders. And roll over to one side and gently bring yourself up to a kneel. Okay, so let's take a twisted lunge. So bringing your blocks forward. If you're on a hard surface, I would probably say pad out underneath your back knee. We're going to bring the left foot forward first. And dropping through the hips here and just releasing forwards and back so that you can open up a little bit into the hamstrings, into the quadriceps, into the hamstrings, hip flexors and thighs. And then opening up to the side body. So really getting the side open, get the belly free from the thigh. And you can drop the hand over to the side of you if that feels comfortable onto the block. You can take the hand to the sacrum, or maybe that hand just rests onto the thigh. So twisted lunge here, dropping the hips down. Maybe the gaze goes back over that shoulder. So each breath, you're letting the hips drop a little further towards the front heel, closer towards the mat. Stretching through the side body here in that twist. If that's too much for you, you can always release the hand down to the thigh. Just a few more breaths. We're not here for 3 or 4 minutes, just a couple of minutes. Takes a bit of work to balance, I know. And gently bring the hand back to the center and just release back and change the legs as you're ready. So right foot comes forward this time, and again just dropping forwards and backwards just to release into hip flexors, hamstrings and thighs. And remembering to stack the joints, so having the knee over that front ankle. And then coming into that twist, we really want to get the belly free from the thigh. So we want to lift up and over the leg and then drop the hips down. And you can find that block by the side of your right ankle, or that arm may just be stretched out. And again, you can come to the sacrum. As you press into the sacrum, it pushes the hips downwards, or maybe just relax the hand down by the thigh, wherever feels good. And the gaze can always be ahead, which will help your balance, or to the side, or looking back over that shoulder. This is our deepest peak pose. So protecting knees as you need. There's always variations to this posture as well, where you can introduce a quad stretch, but we're not doing that one today. Try to relax through the chest and the shoulders. The facial expression is soft and the breath is steady. Each breath out lets the hips drop just a little bit more. And slowly bring yourself back to center. And release out of the posture. Bring the leg back and just sway out as you need. We'll come down onto our backs. Once more, last and final posture is our banana asana. So just drawing the knees in towards the chest. Once more, roll and massage out. And then stretching the arms above the head, stretching the legs away. Give yourself a big stretch. Feel the sides of your body lengthening from ankle to wrist, left and right. And then move the shoulders over to the top right corner and move the feet over to the bottom right corner. So banana pose. We want a nice kind of curl through the side of your body and try to release through the left side hip here. Intensifying the posture, you can take hold of the left wrist and you can lift the left foot over the right ankle. Breathing into the side of your body here, all the way from little toe of your left leg to little finger of your left hand. Just a few more breaths. And bringing the head, the hands back into the center, moving the shoulders, release that top foot. Take a moment in Shavasana to recover. Lifting the arms above the head, they move over to the left side of your mat. And shuffle the shoulders and then move that right foot across to the left as well. Find that nice curl through the spine and intensifying the pose. Lifting the right foot over the left and taking hold of the right wrist. Trying to release through the right side of the body this time. Right shoulder blade, right rib cage, right waist, right hip, right leg, right calf. Breathing out to release even further on that right side. More breaths. And lifting the head, the shoulders, the arms back into the center, releasing that top right foot out to the side. And just making sure you're in alignment for Shavasana to recover. Gently drawing knees in towards the chest, roll and massage out for the last time, and then dropping the feet down to the mat, arms out to the side, and just windscreen wiper those knees, right, left, right, left. Again, feel that gentle twist into the torso, side body stretches. Trying to keep the shoulder blades nicely grounded. Just the knees moving. And then make yourself warm, coming into your final relaxation in Shavasana. Taking the legs wide, using bolsters under the knees, pillows under the head, eye pillows if you've got them. And arms come out to the side with the palms face up. Feel that both sides of the body are now equal. Breathing in through the nostrils and breathing out through the mouth. And then returning to a steady breath in and out of the nose. And allowing your mind to be still, the body to be still, the heart rate and the breath begin to slow. Maybe there were some points through practice today that gave you a challenge. And it's how we face those challenges when we come to our mat in our practice. Why is it a challenge to us? How can we modify the posture to make it comfortable and accessible using props available to us and making modifications? Acknowledge your resilience and your wisdom. Given all the times you got back up after a loss or a failure, it's hard to generate momentum after things go wrong. The ability to start again, to walk away, and most of all to forgive, strengthens our hearts and our will to survive. If you feel as if things aren't falling into place, let go and know that your spirit is strong, and what is planned for you is most certainly on its way. I'll leave you for a few moments of silence in your Shavasana. Beginning to take some deeper breaths to bring awareness back into your surroundings on your mat and into your body by bringing soft and gentle movement to the feet, the hands, maybe the head. Choosing to stretch or draw the knees in or both, whatever feels good to awaken. And just take a moment to roll over to one side. Maybe it's your favorite side that you take a moment just to lie on. And then gently bringing yourself back up into a comfortable seat. Returning to where we began our practice, sitting nice and tall, just bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra at heart center. Again, choosing to have a soft gaze or closing the eyes. And just take note of how you feel, how the sides of your body feel, all the way from the crown of the head right down through the rib cage, the waist, the legs, into the feet. And giving yourself a huge thank you for your practice today, taking the time to invest in you and your well-being. And I thank you all. Namaste.